real to me. Now that it's over, the space where you used to be, your head on my shoulder. All of the plans we made, they never happened. Now you stand on my pillows, faded. At least you left me with something. There's this empty space you left behind. Now you're not here with me. I keep digging through a waste of time, but the picture's incomplete. There's this empty space you left behind. Now you're not here with me. I keep digging through a waste of time, but the picture's incomplete. 'Cause I'm missing you. I miss you. Can't make sense of all of the pieces of my own illusions. Can't take all these memories, don't know how to use them. There's a slick wish that burnt at the beach. I follow the traces, finding clues in my pockets and opening boxes and going places we went. We number to forget, thinking how it could been. I turn on my sorrow in the glass. It don't leave no shadow. There's this empty space you left behind. Now you're not here with me. I keep digging through a waste of time, but the picture's incomplete. There's this empty space you left behind. Now you're not here with me. I keep digging through a waste of time, but the picture's incomplete. 'Cause I'm missing you. I miss this part of you. This clock that stopped, this residue. It's all I've got. I miss you. This part of you. This clock that stopped, this residue. It's all I've got. There's this empty space you left behind. Now there's this empty space you left behind. Ooh, baby, all the love you gave me still defines me. I miss you. I miss you.
Let's just put it out there. If it's not about the money, then who's better, you or Splashy?
We're both tough. I'm kind of the opposite personality of Splashy, so I'm gonna just leave it with we're both tough.
Now that the money is
The Jazz couldn't have looked more confident as when they arrived at the arena earlier on. Obviously amped up for tonight's game. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, O'Neal at the 4, while Gobert stands tall at the 5. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
Yeah, and that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work.
Now, here's George. O'Neal trying to break free. Good on the shot.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
It's stolen. Driving the lane, and the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Now off the... And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Here's George. That shot off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
They get the rebound. Zubac. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson. George with the ball. Conley picks him up. The shot by George, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And George, here we go. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got his second bucket.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Conley finds Mitchell. Bogdanovich wide open. Drains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the 6'8" Bojan Bogdanovich consistently among the league's top three-point marksmen.
You're right, Kevin. Consistent is the right word. Listen to this. Since his 4th season in the NBA, he's never averaged below 38% from distance. That shot must be honored.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Mitchell against George. Zubac trying to break loose. A nice shot by George. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Batum with the steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Jazz trail by 8. And here is Conley. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a 3 of his own.
Now here is Conley. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
Here's George. Good on the baseline jam. George has got 11 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's George, and he drives in, and then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Jazz trail by 4. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Knocked away. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. That's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The shot by George, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Poked away. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Here's Jackson, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. George with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 6. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Conley grabs the miss. Utah's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. He drains the quick shot. Conley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Really no answer for Mike Conley when he's handling the rock like that. What a performer. They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Knocks it loose. Mitchell outside. Back to Conley. Puts up a 3. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And for me, guys, that's what I call a character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one. But they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Here's Mitchell. Paul George making his last shot.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
George against Mitchell. George, no good. Jazz trail by 6. Conley for 3. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Chalk up 2 there. George has got 21 in the game.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit.
So both teams making some changes here. Jazz trail by 5. And now the Clippers on the break.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
From Reggie Jackson.
And the Jazz with possession here. Pass to Gay. And finished off by Gay.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Covington. 8 points his last outing.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And the Jazz with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Jazz trail by 9. Pascal kicks to Gay. Covington passes to Mann. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Back to Pascal. From downtown. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked.
Just doing the job on the backdoor.
The pass to Hartenstein. Outside for Jackson. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Jazz. Now Bogdanovich. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Here's Hartenstein. 9-point game. And that's collected by Gay.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Stolen by Jackson. Gay with the block.
Hey, pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switcher also for Utah. Whiteside's checked in. Utah's on defense. 9-point game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. Steve, this team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin. But it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA. The Clippers saw he provides a much-needed aspect.
That free throw, good from Kennard.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Here we go, all alone. The finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace, they made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Tipped away. There's the drive, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Clarkson passes to Whiteside. Clarkson against Kennard. Clarkson bounce pass. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers.
2 minutes
Here's
remaining
Covington.
in the first.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Jazz trail by 18. Vasco kicks to Gay. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to, helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This is the confidence Rudy has in himself, looking to score as soon as he gets the rock.
And that one, good.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Clarkson dishes to Whiteside. Here's Alexander Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clarkson passes to Whiteside. Clock at 6. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Coffey gets it to go.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Whiteside, and he finishes nicely on the way.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Into the lane.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Clarkson against Kennard. Jacks up a 3, and it's Jordan Clarkson with the 3.
Three-pointer.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 10.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be right back after this. And such a great story. Royce O'Neal, undrafted out of Baylor, played all over Europe before catching on with the Utah Jazz as a hard-nosed defender.
Thinking back from where I started, overseas, summer camps, mini camps, to where I am now, just an honor being in the position that I am. I'm grateful for the opportunity, so I can tell my story to the younger kids, just the journey, never give up.
And O'Neal starting in Utah the last few seasons, and Greg earning a long-term deal.
Yeah, a quality 3-and-D guy. Like he said, he never gave up, and
Donovan
even now
Mitchell.
continues to play with that same hunger.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Rudy Gay. Mitchell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Pascal in at the power forward position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Utah Jazz last season was elite at both ends of the floor. Sixth Man of the Year winner Jordan Clarkson says, 3 things we've been doing well are playing fast, sharing the basketball, and defense. We're playing a fun style of basketball and just keep racking up the wins. Guys?
They are fun to watch and a handful. DA, thanks.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Here's Hartenstein. He's covered by Whiteside, and Covington stays with it.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Clarkson passes to Whiteside. Back to Clarkson. It's blocked, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Robert Covington. Mike Conley's checked in for the Jazz. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Conley gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Here's Coffey. He's off on that one. And Utah the other way now. Gay inside.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Kennard. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Kennard's got 4 this quarter.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Man. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Royce O'Neal comes in for Rudy Gay. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout.
And the length that Batum provides on the wing, Smitty, great for both sides of the ball.
It makes switching on picks so much easier, GA. Nicholas Batum has been a solid defender his whole career, in large part due to that unbelievable wingspan.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Left side, Clarkson. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
3-point basket.
Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
George plays it up and banks it in. George has got 23 points.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Kennard. George controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 19.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Jazz have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And the Jazz call time here.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Let's see it, fans.
And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Baseline J on the way. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles leading by 19. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here is Conley. He's got 12. Fires from deep. And that's good. Jordan Clarkson for 3. Clarkson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Jazz. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Jazz trail by 20. Poke loose. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 31 points for George.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Mitchell passes to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clarkson with the ball. Outside Conley. Floats one. And Clarkson with the layup. Clarkson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And again, Paul George.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
O'Neal kicks to Clarkson. George looking around. And it's George finishing it off.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
Here's Conley. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers. Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
The assist goes to
Conley's got 6 assists here tonight. Shoots from 12. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from George. Here's Kennard. Takes it inside and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
his 2nd personal foul.
It's on Jordan Clarkson.
Trying to defend Kennard, you know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
At the line.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
And the first one drops. Well, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And that one drops.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Mitchell against Kennard. Lets it go with a 3. And Donovan Mitchell hits from deep. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
The Jazz shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's George. And yes, it's good. 41 points for Paul George.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Here's Jackson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
Here's Conley. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Zubac. A rebound by Mitchell. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Defended by George. Passes it to Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. The Jazz again can't hit it. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here he goes. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
What productivity so far from Kennard. The coaching staff must be pleased.
Utah shooting 59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the Clippers call time here. And one thing about Donovan Mitchell, Steve, he is always learning, always evolving.
Yes, he is, Kevin. Devours film, seeks advice from other star players, and he's not afraid to get out of his comfort zone. He has ambition for greatness.
With some changes, Eric Paschal comes in for O'Neal, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Jackson. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Utah. And Coffey gets it to go.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Gobert's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 11.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
To the middle, here's Conley. Gobert trying to get open. Conley gets the bucket.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Utah shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Down low. And that one is good from Hartenstein. He's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Releases from 15, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Up top, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Bogdanovich against George. Here's Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forward.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you know, versatile guys like Covington are a real asset to their team. Whatever you need, Covington is ready to do for you. Threes, rebounds, defense. This guy does it all.
And both free throws good for Covington.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Knocked loose. Coffee passes to Jackson. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bogdanovich off the left rim and out. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. George, no good. 1:15 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Bogdanovich. Buries it down low. Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far.
Can't lose sight of Bojan Bogdanovic. He's a threat to score in transition.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Utah shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
One of the main weapons Bogdanovich brings, a dead-eye three-point shooter with impressive range.
And George kicks to Jackson. Over Bogdanovich, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by George. And that's 15 points for Reggie Jackson.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Conley gets the bucket.
There it is, his first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter, his 3rd of the game.
Covington down low. Working on Pascal. Covington with the bucket. 10 points for him.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Now, here is George. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. George has got 47 points.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping into the defense. They need to take some pride on the other end and just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Hard to stop Gobert on the dunk. His length gives him a clear path to the rim.
That one goes. Count it.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Mitchell, drives to the hoop, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Always on the attack. Mitchell loves to drive it to the hoop, put the pressure on the D.
And another one falls. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Mitchell against George. Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Any given night, Donovan Mitchell can put this team on his back at the offensive end. What a performance.
And George with the stuff.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Mitchell, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 26 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
And it's good, 2 points. 55 points for George.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
With the drive, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
Throw good, Paul George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Donovan Mitchell's vertical is insane. He gets off the ground with such ease for these throwdowns.
Here's Batum. And the Clippers miss again.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Donovan Mitchell is a force offensively, of course, but he knows there's room for work at the other end. He said, I feel the need to really get after it defensively and show that. Watch film on every person I'm guarding. Defense travels. Offense comes and goes. Guys, back to you.
He's never satisfied, and I love that about him, D.A. Thanks. Mann's checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Utah. Whiteside's checked in. Pass to O'Neal. Conley against Jackson. From 12 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Mann can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. They grabbed their own miss. Batum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Well, a free throw drops for Batum. Rudy Gay's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Bogdanovich. And so he makes both from the line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. That shot wide open. Clarkson's got 14.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Jazz have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Zubac against Clarkson. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
His wingspan is 7 foot 7 inches. Whiteside using all of it there.
Here's Zubac. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Well, with Zubac on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, GA, he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle.
That's tipped. Batum for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. He has 7. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end. And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
The strength of Donovan Mitchell going downhill off contact, able to muscle it through.
Here's Kennard. Count it. Kennard's got 17.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
He gets it in there.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Mike Conley.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz, Eric Pascal.
Pascal, the pass to Clarkson. Stolen by Zubac. Over Whiteside. Zubac, no good. The Jazz shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. And the rejection by Zubac. And they'll get another chance. On the wing, Batum. He's covered by Clarkson.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now, here's Mitchell. 30 points in the game. Swiped away, pushing it up. Outside, Batum. Got it. Good job in the low post. Batum's got 11 in the second half.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Batum's gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Man can't hit.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Clarkson's got 9 points in the quarter.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Second chance shot, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And he makes that one.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Clarkson against Batum. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Utah's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And he gets it to go.
Such a fluid athlete. Rudy dancing on the offensive end, keeping defenders off balance.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, he wasn't a Burger Chain All-American or a one-and-done college star, but Donovan Mitchell's rapid emergence in the NBA has caught many by surprise.
You know, GA, the first rookie ever to lead a playoff team in scoring. He was handed the keys right away, but he's not satisfied. He still wants more.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers Spirit. Fans, your Clippers Spirit.
The Jazz making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mann passes to Covington. Hits in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Bucket is good. Whiteside's got 8 points.
This is where you want Whiteside finishing, in close where he can use his strength and physicality.
Covington's shot is off. Jazz shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Here's Alexander Walker. That shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Going inside, and Coffey gets it to go. He's got 8.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Alexander Walker. No points in the game yet for him. Ball's knocked loose. Whiteside trying to break free. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Now the pass to Mann. 16 feet away. Again, the Clippers.
Puts it in for 2. Assist, Amir.
Here's Clarkson. He's got 20. Passes it to Alexander Walker. From 13, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Clarkson dishes to Gay. Here's Alexander Walker. No good from outside.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Covington's shot is off.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Utah's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Batum. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
To the middle, here's Gay. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 9 points for Rudy Gay.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
Man. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. past a man. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Gay outside. Nailed from three-point land.
Three-pointer.
Gay's got 12 in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's Clarkson after the Clippers pick up 2. And Steve, a second-rounder back in the 2014 draft out of Missouri, Jordan Clarkson with a productive NBA career.
Yes, Kevin, and he's always been a bucket. What has changed is the shot selection. A lot more threes and terrific free throw shooting, making him a great bench weapon.
And he makes the first.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. George is checked in for Batum, and it's Jackson in for Terrence Mann. The Jazz also changing it up. Gobert's checked in for Whiteside. O'Neal comes in for Eric Paschall, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Rudy Gay. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Utah.
Mike Conley.
Fires top of the key. And they recover it. Here's George. Rebounded by the Jazz. Right side, Conley. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in. Conley's got 19 points.
Smooth off the fingertips. Mike Conley floating it in beautifully.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Here's Covington. And the layup's good off the glass.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Stolen by George. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Attacking, all right? Now, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Conley, and it's Azubuike in at the center, locking down the middle.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Here's Moon. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Utah basketball.
Moon's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Alexander Walker. And the Jazz, another 3.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Banked in off the glass.
And it does a lot for Covington when he can finish through contact. Gives him the confidence to take it inside, even when there's traffic.
Here is House. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Unloads. That shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Jazz have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Jazz passing it around. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Hood for 3. Conley grabs the miss. Utah has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Azubuike. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Conley, the pass to Azubuike. Back to Conley. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Covington. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
A smart offensive player. I like watching Covington get interior positioning and look to score.
Here's Alexander Walker. Driving the lane and stolen by Hood. Here's Hartenstein. He's covered by Azubuike. Hartenstein can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, 4th of the game.
Shoots. Moon can't hit. Utah's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Robert Covington. Here is House. Inside. Here's Azubuike. Drops in the layup for 2.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Fires at the elbow. And the shot falls short this time.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Udoka Azubuike.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Moon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Conley with it. Lots of room. And again, it's Utah.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
For Los Angeles, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. From the top of the key, offensive rebound, a second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
You'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Hernan Gomez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Moon can't hit.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Conley gets the bucket.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
And the Clippers call time here. All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard to beat that combination.
Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hernan Gomez. And the layup falls. Hernan Gomez has got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And it's Utah's ball. Conley, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now Azubuike. Here's Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And nothing is falling for him right now. Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. Knocks it loose. And taken away by Moon. And he banks in the layup.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Utah shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Alexander Walker passes to Conley. Good on the three-point shot. Conley's got 15 points in just the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Utah with the ball. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. George against Clarkson. The feed to Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. And don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
Here's Covington. The rebound by the Jazz. Hernan Gomez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Poked away. Back to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Zubats against Clarkson. Tries from 16, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Utah. O'Neal's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Bogdanovich comes in for Danuel House. And it's Mike Conley in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They double-team Conley. Gobert the pass to Clarkson. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14. It's blocked.
And this is what staying active can give you. More sending that one back with authority.
Hits the front of the rim and out. On offense, here are the Jazz. To the middle, here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Clippers leading by 22. Here's George. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Clarkson outside. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
Here's George, and the Clippers miss again. Jazz trail by 21. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Sinks the triple.
And hey, guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year. And what a huge standout performance it was
for Paul George.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And you look at Mike Conley's game, just a steady floor general and deadly accurate as a shooter.
And Greg, I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how he competes on the defensive side. At 6'1", he's giving up size on a nightly basis, but he won't let you pick on him. He gets after you.
And that one falls for Mike Conley. And with the offense we've been seeing throughout the league this year, Steve, what are the chances someone breaks the Suns' record of 107 points and a half?
Wow, Kevin. We saw the Warriors put up 92 and a half a few years back, but that's still 15 points short. I think a team like the Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, a few of them, if they get going from behind the three-point line, it's possible.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He's an ultra-quick lefty with a great feel for how to run a team. Mike Conley is a tremendous asset for this franchise.
Coffee can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 18. To the inside, Clarkson tries again, and it's good on the way in. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 16. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Mike Conley. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good, gets the bucket.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Now, here's Clarkson. Down low, and he jams it with authority.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something to maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And it's Hood again missing. And the Jazz with possession here. They trail by 16. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
Basketball.
.12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Sinks the three-pointer.
3 points.
Now Moon. Right side, Covington. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. PG, you guys look confident out there, and especially yourself. How were you so effective offensively?
I just kept moving. You know, within our offense, you know, the key is to move. You know, my teammates do a great job of setting screens and getting me open. You know, I just got to, you know, stay within offense.
Well, it was great flow tonight, and it led to a good win, man. Congratulations. Kevin, all yours.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.